$10,000 can be yours, and all you need to do is exactly what navigators have been doing for centuries. Measure angles to stars and determine your position. The trick is you need to do it using flat Earth geometry. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I don't know where you can get 17 pallets of latex gloves, but also I know that you're wondering, are flat earthers really existing? Yes, they still exist. One of the leaders of the flat earth, thinks that sextants and celestial navigation will tell you what, I'll let him explain it himself.
And the sextants are flat earth proof. We ascertained a silver bullet proof for Earth being flat with the sextant. The assertion of a flat plane is proven by the sextant. Sextant's the flat Earth silver bullet. Therefore, the sextant will never, ever work on a sphere.
Yeah, that's right. He thinks that a sextant, which is what you use for celestial navigation much of the time, is somehow only compatible with flat Earth. Now, how does he do that? Well, the essence of it is that he misunderstands geometry. He says that that celestial navigation uses this particular type of math, when in reality it uses this particular type of math. Now, I'm not going to get into that in this video. Be sure to subscribe because I will cover that in a future video. But what happens is, I issued this challenge 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks. It costs nothing for them to enter the challenge to get $10,000. All they need to do is show that their assertions work. The challenge is simple in its essence. I've given 3 angles to stars, the things that navigators do. They need to use just flat Earth geometry because, of course, they think the Earth is flat. You wouldn't want to use a globe, anything because that would, support the globe. And they can't do it. And the excuses are wonderful. Some of them have even said, well, I don't need the money. Well, this is your chance to embarrass me. And they skip over it because they don't need them. Well, you know why? Because they can't do it. Anyway, and this particular one that you were seeing there, he's gotten a little upset at me. Now, it could be because I go to his videos every single day and remind them that nobody has yet sent in a submission. That might be it. Anyway, he did a video on me, and the excuses flow. So have a look at this.
If he says, well, you can't use those star charts, they're globe star charts. No, they're not. They've come from a flat plane with elevation angle measurements. So you might be under the misapprehension that this is globe, but your globe was derived from a flat plane, my friend. So to exclude it on the basis that it's not flat Earth because it's a star chart and you think it's only in relation to a globe, you don't understand how your globe's been developed then, do you? And it's a useful opportunity for me to point that out to him, isn't it?
Now, he wants to use star charts in order to get the flat Earth position. Now, a star chart is the position of the stars in the celestial sphere, which is a concentric sphere around the globe Earth. So, Nathan Oakley, the flat earther, why do you want to use a sphere for flat Earth navigation? Now, he says that somehow there's a relation that it was from elevation angles that were on a flat plane. That is his assertion. And the challenge includes a provision for that. All he needs to do is show the derivation of that. Show how that specifically was done. Now, he thinks that somehow the people in observatories that plotted the stars in the star charts used flat Earth geometry to do that. Well, go ahead, Nathan. Show how that was done instead of making excuses. Because excuses won't get you paid, right? And Nathan needs the money.
What this challenge here is what he's looking to do. Well, we're supposed to do elevation angles and get all these distances, but we can't use the distances because he's claiming that all the distances are based on a globe.
Now, that was Brian's Logic, one of Nathan Oakley's inter-party officials. And he is complaining that I have restricted the distances used in the challenge to not use globe-based distances. For example, the nautical mile. The nautical mile is based on the globe. It is 60 nautical miles per degree, 360 degrees around the globe in any direction. That's 21,600 nautical miles in circumference around the globe. Now, if you wanted to do something on the flat plane, why would you want to go to the globe? You don't think it's a globe, do you?
We can't use any map because he's claiming all maps are globe maps.
I didn't claim that all maps are globe maps. I just said you can't use globe maps. So any map that says it's a projection from the globe, you can't use. So go ahead and get the accurate flat Earth map. Now, I'm not the only one to reject the maps that flat earthers often use. Nathan Oakley himself rejects it. Listen to this.
I can pummel the idiots that think we've got an azimuthal equidistant projection world. So the map, the azimuthal equidistant projection, is exactly that, a global projection.
So they're upset that the challenge specifically excludes using a celestial sphere over flat Earth for the positions of the stars. And it expressly forbids using distances derived from the circumference of the globe Earth. And they're upset that it explicitly prohibits using maps that are a projection from a globe. Now, I don't know let's just say for a second that those were allowed for some incredible reason that they wanted to support the globe that much. And then what? They're going to go to the site reduction tables that are in the nautical almanacs that are based on a globe with a specific radius? Or are they going to try to draw circles of equal altitude on a map? What map are they going to use? A globe projection map or a real flat Earth map? Well, there is none. So that isn't going to work. And they want to use distances that are derived from a globe. That's not going to work. And they really run into trouble because if they want to use flat Earth geometry to get the position from the observer to the position on the ground directly underneath the star on a flat surface, you have that angle and you have the distance and you have a 90 degree. That's angle side angle. You can solve that triangle. Then you can get the height of the star above flat Earth. The problem is, if you do that from a different location, that very same star is now suddenly at a different height. That doesn't work. No matter what they do, they're trapped. So, sorry guys, but do go ahead. The challenge includes provision for you to show the derivation of any of these things that you've been complaining about. Don't shed those tears yet, guys. Now, just to wrap this up, another of the inner circle officials came in that would be Quantum Eraser, and he had this intelligent thing to say.
I'm grateful. He didn't even know how to spell Sextant 4 weeks ago. MC and you ball. You can't admit the existence of sextants. Are you tracking with me? You must deny the very existence of sextants. They measure elevation angles only from a horizontal plane.
I'm an idiot.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, QE, Quantum Eraser, for that very articulate commentary on the situation. Now, in summary, I just love
5 minutes later.
Love that they need to use the globe in order to do flat Earth celestial navigation. The irony. I love it. And so remember, I will be putting up at some time in the future, a bit more detail on how to do celestial geometry or celestial navigation, the geometry behind it, the actual, not the flat Earth geometry. But feel free to jump down into into Nathan Oakley's channel and ask him, hey, have you submitted your answer yet? They won't, but it'll be fun poking at them. The details of the particular challenge is linked in the description, so you can read for yourself what it is that I did that got them so worked up. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later.